In this video I'll be covering why your batch classes aren't progressing through the different queues automatically. In most installations we automatically configure that the recognition service, the PDF service and the export service are running automatically for you in the background on your Windows machine. For those clients that don't have it running automatically, this is not applicable to you. But for those who have always had the option where the application, after scanning or importing, automatically went through recognition and it went through PDF and export, you might ask, well, why isn't it running at the moment? So if you hit your F5 function key on your keyboard, it will refresh the batch manager interface, and as you can see, I just hit that a few seconds ago and the clock has re-ticked over, and you can see that nothing's actually happened. So the services or the application hasn't run. Of course, you can always just click the process button and it will actually execute the PDF generator, or if you hit the process button it would then start the recognition service up just for that job. However, for those that had it automatically running, it's most likely that the Windows service has stopped. So let's have a look at where that is. So we just go to the Start button and we can go to Control Panel. You can go to the Administrative Tools, and of course under Administrative Tools you'll find the application called Services. So that's where we would have a certain number of the Kofax modules automatically running for you in the background. For those that have got the import controller, which picks up images from the network drive, you've got an advanced AIC service. You might see the word automatic and yet it hasn't got the word started on it. So you can of course just right mouse click and hit start and the process will start and pick up any images. But for those Kofax modules, if we go down to Kofax, you'll notice that I've also got Kofax Capture Export is supposed to be running automatically and it hasn't started. Same with PDF and same with Recognition. So at the moment, if I try to start those services, they're using the domain account called Brad P. So the most common problem is that when a computer's rebooted and these services are trying to run automatically on startup and they don't start, then it's most likely that the user account Brad P has changed their password and has not come back into this system and changed the password to whatever the new password is. And you'll find out quite easily if you click right mouse click and do a start, and if the service doesn't start, it will tell you why it won't start, and it could most likely be your password has changed and someone's forgotten to come back into here. We normally say that we have a default account that runs the service that the person would log into. So you wouldn't usually use your login name. You would probably log onto the computer as ADI or scanner, and the scanner account would have a fixed password that never expires. So if you try to start it and it comes back and says there's a login failure, then you just need to go to the properties of that option, go to the login tab and just change the password to whatever the new password is, and then you'll be able to start those services. So once you've started those services, then the application, the Kofax system, will kick each of those batches off and it will then continue running quietly in the background for you. So as you can see here that there is some, if I hit the F5 key and refresh, you can see that Recognition is now running on that job, PDF is now running on that job, and it will just slowly pick up the jobs and process them accordingly. So that's what's involved if you have issues where you're used to using the Recognition, Export and PDF as running in the background and it ran for you comfortably in the past, but unfortunately has stopped. So this is where you would go into. So it's the services, make sure the services can start. If they don't start, it's most likely a password has changed.